So a slightly different angle on trusting your ability to birth your baby is if you're somebody that isn't hugely confident in this process, or just in life actually, and a trick that I teach a lot in singing is to find your alter ego, basically. I, in my music life, went off and did a few years touring with a band that was not at all where I thought I would end up going in my career. And initially the confidence that was required to play that part was me having to become a different person, basically. So I would have a different pair of shoes and a different scent and a different hairspray and various things, aromatherapy, tools that made me feel confidently like I was this other person. And it was the most powerful thing ever. If I hadn't done that, I'm not sure I would have coped at the beginning as well as I did. It became much more natural and I became much stronger at playing the part without having to play the part. But initially I needed all of those things to get me in the zone for being that. And I think it's exactly the same in labour. I think, you know, we're all just little old us plodding along, working, slaving away, doing what we do for work. And then suddenly this massive task is on us to push a baby out, and it all feels very overwhelming, especially as the time nears. And I think it's a very powerful thing is to kind of have a little setup, you know, whether it's even things like, so like nesting, for example, I think is a part of this. I think we all instinctively nest because we want everything to feel perfect so that we feel as clean and as perfect and as tidy and as ready for this new being that's about to come into our lives. And I think it's the same, you know, like I have made sure I've bought myself a new set of maternity pajamas so that when I've had my baby I don't feel gross. I feel like quite fresh and like I've got something new. The candle thing, like find a scent that is your birth scent. It doesn't need to be one that you usually have in the house. Have something a bit different maybe. Create a space that is like a positive birth space. So in the very last stages of me having my son, I don't know who came up with it, but someone shoved a lavender scented eye mask under my nose. I don't know why, but they did. And now whenever I smell lavender, I'm like, whoa, I'm straight back there. As I say, it wasn't a negative experience, so it's not a problem, but it's a weird transportational thing that if I smell strong lavender, I'm straight back to that room where I was having my baby. So yeah, pick a scent maybe that you're not already associated to, so that it's purely for this reason. But yeah, anything that just makes you feel good in you is more likely to make you relax and stand nicely and feel good in yourself. You don't want to feel dirty, you don't want to feel gross. You know, you will get to a point in that labour where you're not even aware of what's going on. But I think I, as somebody that cares, I wanted to kind of have my baby and be like, okay, have a shower, feel fresh, new clothes, that's nice. They're not my old ones from last time, you know. All of that, those strange little things go a long way in a big process like this. And boy, have you earned yourself a new pair of pajamas when you pushed a baby out. Like, come on. I think, you know, a few things like that in your birth bag are worth everything. And the other thing I was thinking was, beyond this is making sure you've got a few kind of staple clothes for, especially if you're going to breastfeed, make sure they're all like button down jump. So we're going into autumn here at the moment, and I've just done a big order of like 4 or 5 jumpers or cardigans that are like button down so that there's easy access and I feel fresh because they're new, but it's going to be cozy. But it just, all of those kind of triggers that make me feel like the best me. And I really don't like the winter, so it's a bit of a challenge. But yeah, just make sure you're ready for post-baby too, because I think we all hone in so much on labour that actually then you have a baby and it's like, oh right, now I've got to figure out how this works. And I definitely didn't do nearly enough research on that element when I was pregnant before. So yeah, do just get yourself ready, get yourself some treats in, so that that postpartum season is also positive, to help you just feel like the best you and make you feel like you're in control of that. You know, there's elements of this whole process where you never feel in control. So anything you can control that makes you feel just a bit more good, do it. Definitely do it. And treat yourself, because, as I say, you really do deserve it. Okay.